Hi everybody, my name is Matt Haynes. I'm an audiobook narrator and I'm devoted to learning new accents. And this month we are doing contemporary British RP. Now what that means is I have a previous video called British RP. Turns out that's actually what they would call conservative RP, where everything is very precise and dictionized. Or, I don't know if that's a real word, but you see what I mean with this sort of way of speaking. Well, in contemporary, it's different, and it's very important to learn. So I'm acquainting myself with that. Big shout out to Joel and Leah, who have a YouTube channel pointing out some very, very key differences between the two. What we're going to do here is we're going to go over some of those differences as well as a general American perspective on the differences. And then we're going to apply them to song lyrics. Ba, 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 ba. Here is the Mattoon, a picture of me with my glasses on. And this shows the mouth position that I'm experiencing as I'm listening to and mimicking this accent and applying the principles. So what I'm finding is that as opposed to conservative RP, where for me it was very much in the nose and going way down into the bottom lip, as a matter of fact, this one is much closer in feeling to me of General American, where there's a very general sort of opening in the mouth, and it's coming out really through the center. Maybe a little bit more pinched than the General American accent, but pretty much like that. So big wheel keep on turning. It's not the big wheel keep on turning. It's something closer to big wheel keep on turning. Now, you might have heard the term wheel as opposed to wheel, and that goes into the principle that the L is actually dropped before another consonant or at the end of a word. So wheel, wheel. Now let's go ahead to the O sound. What I'm hearing is not the conservative O, but I'm also not hearing the Cockney ow. It's something closer. It's a little further back in the mouth, and it's sounding a little bit like the Australian, New Zealand, South African ow. It's not quite that pronounced. It's not quite that twangy. But carry me home to see my kin doesn't become carry me home to see my kin. It becomes carry me home to see my kin. All right, here's another tip from Joel and Leah, which is the dropping of the T, the glottalization, where you drop the T and instead put a push. So Watergate becomes Watergate. Now, I've been so trained on conservative RP that anything that is slightly looser to me steers me right to Cockney. So the drop of the T, the glottalization of the T, and the dropping of the L immediately makes me think of the classic Cockney accent that they do in different types of entertainment. So what anchors me to the contemporary RP, steering away from the Cockney, is the A becoming the aw as opposed to A. So Alabama does not become Alabama, it becomes Alabama. And also the I, making sure that doesn't become an oi, a strong oi. So sky does not become sky, it becomes sky. All right, the other tip is that the ew sound doesn't become ew, it's an oo. And if there's a T preceding it, like to you, it becomes chew, which is very similar to what we do in General American. In fact, there's a diction exercise where you have to say can't you, don't you, won't you, and avoid the can't you, don't you, won't you. The E sound at the end of a word, where a word ends with Y, such as carry, carry me home, is not the E that's associated with classic Cockney. So it's not carry. And it's also not the very upper class conservative RP carry. It's very close again to a General American carry. Now this one is just a general thing for British, which I didn't pick up on in the last video, but very, very handy, especially when narrating. The modifier in a sentence is not emphasized, rather the word after it is emphasized. So very simple example, actor playing Wesley in The Princess Bride, there's a line, build a summer home here in the fire swamp. I wouldn't consider building a summer home here. Well, in contemporary General American, the word would be the modifier summer. I wouldn't build a summer home here. Well, in British, it's I wouldn't build a summer home here. Okay, everybody, it is song time. We're going to take these principles and twirl them up and wrap them around to the lyrics too. What else? Sweet Home Alabama. Big wheel keep on turning, carry me home to see my kin. I'm singing songs about the South land, Miss Alabama once again. I heard Mr. Young sing about her. I heard old Neil put it down. I hope Neil Young will remember, Southern man don't need him round anyhow. Well, in Birmingham they love the governor, and we did all that we could do. Now Watergate does not bother me. Tell me, does your conscience bother you? Well, Muscle Shoals, he's got the swampers, and they've been known to pick a tune or two. They get me off so much. They pick me up when I'm feeling blue. Sweet home Alabama, the skies are so blue. Sweet home Alabama. Lord, I'm coming home to you. And that was the perfect version of Sweet Home Alabama by Leonard Skinner. And we have music provided by Kevin MacLeod, who gives this stuff out royalty-free. Thank you so much, Kevin. So, was this video accurate? Somewhat. And let's have this be the beginning of all our education. Let's have comments that are productive and specific based on your knowledge of the contemporary RP. I will see you next month.